Hi, I'm happy to share some thoughts and reflections about the month of Adar. Adar in Hebrew is Aleph Daled Resh, and the Or HaLev, Rav Menachem Nachum of Chernobyl, the Hasidic master, taught that it's Aleph Dar, that the Aleph dwells. Aleph is the letter of the divine, of divinity, Elohut. It's the letter of Ahava, of love, and the letter, of course, of Echad, of Achdut, of oneness. So we're exploring or invited into this exploration or this possibility that the month of Adar beckons us into, of the dwelling or indwelling or consciousness of these qualities. And it reminds me also of the pasuk, the verse in Tehillim, in Psalms, that says, "En ani vehu yecholim lado ba'olam." That God is saying, basically, there ain't room here for the both of us. In a sense that when we are inhabiting a certain consciousness of grossness, of that's unrefined, that's taking a lot of space, that's born also of scarcity, of lack, and then of grasping, then there's actually, it's like there's not really breathing room. There's no space there in the body mind, in the relational space, for actually opening to the expansiveness of the divine, of love. And it's reminiscent also of the verse that says, "Mina meitzar karatiya," that I called to the divine from that place of contraction. Anani b'merchavya, he answered me in the expansiveness of the divine. And we can actually also see that expansiveness as the means, that actually bringing attention out of the usual contracted or habitual focus into a more spatial expansiveness can already open something. There's a teaching also in Pirkei Avot, in Ethics of Our Fathers, that says that in the Beit HaMikdash, that when people stood, they were omdim tzfufim, it was crowded, but when they would bow, mishtachavim uvachim, then when they would bow, it was actually spacious, which sounds like it doesn't make sense. But actually, I think we all know that experience. We know what it's like to be in a conversation where everybody's trying to grab the mic. And we know what it's like to be with others when there's really a sense of giving, of holding space for each other, of being in service, of a devotional attitude that really opens the possibility then for something to come in. We say, of course, about Chodesh Adar that Ma'ubim b'simcha, that it's a month for the expanding and growing of happiness. And we can pay attention to little moments of happiness, like the sun that bursts through the clouds, so that we start to notice and recognize that taste and open to it more. Because in the light of that happiness, the contraction, the scarcity starts to melt. And we can settle into a subtler being, where we start then also to catch the flavor or the vibration, that sense of really the presence of divinity, the heart, which is not so contracted, but is opening more gently in love. And then that taste or flavor of closeness, of unity, rather than of that kind of harsh and hard separateness. So I wish all of us a meaningful and joyful Adar, and also to bring our mindfulness and heartfulness to support really the possibility of the flowering of those qualities of consciousness. Chodesh Adar Mesameach.